On August 1st, I was sitting at a little over 200 subscribers, and in the last couple of weeks, I've gained 10,000 subscribers.
Last month, actually, I had 3 videos out of 4 videos, because I post once a week, 4 weeks, and each video had at least 1,000 views.
I'm going to be going over my YouTube journey and talking about how I feel like YouTube changed my life, how it benefited me so much.
The algorithm hates me. The algorithm hates me. It hates my channel. It hates my face. It hates my voice. The algorithm just hates my guts. That's the only conclusion I can take from all of this, because that hasn't been my experience. In fact, it's the opposite. I've been struggling and making content, and I've been at this for a while now. I started making content off and on a few years back, but I've been kind of consistent at it since last year, maybe mid last year or maybe second quarter or so of last year. And I've been making these videos around productivity, around, lifestyle and all of these things. And I enjoy doing it. I really, really enjoy creating this content. And my hopes for being consistent or becoming consistent was that I was going to see some sort of growth, over time. And I was willing to put in the work and, take my time and wait and, wait for the day that I'll either build an audience organically or maybe even blow up, God willing, God and the algorithm willing. But it seems like it's not working, How to be consistent when failing? That's the very, very tough question, because it's very easy to be consistent and motivated when you're getting results. When you're seeing the results of your labor, of your efforts, it's easier to just keep going. But when you're not seeing results, when you're struggling and putting in resources and efforts, it could be anything really, work, relationships, business, whatever. If you're putting in resources and time and effort and you're not seeing results, it's way harder to be motivated. So in this video, I'll talk about why I'm still doing YouTube, how I'm keeping motivated, how I'm staying consistent, how I'm still going and staying the course despite not getting the results that I want. If I see my face and my content for the very first time, hey, my name is Sky. Welcome to my channel. Over here, I talk all things productivity and minimalist lifestyle. Everything is easy and chill over here. So if you like the vibe, please watch my other videos, please hang out, and of course, consider subscribing. Between consistency and motivation, I don't know which comes before which and which feeds which. So I'll kind of use the two terms interchangeably in this video. And I feel like they're kind of related, even though they're not exactly the same. For me here on YouTube and even other areas of my life where I know I'm still struggling and waiting for results to yield, the first thing I ask myself, and people have said this and it's true, you need to find out what your why is. Why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you at that job? Why are you taking that course? Why are you in that relationship? Why are you doing that program? Why am I doing YouTube? Why? You need to find what your why is. That's gonna be like a guiding light, the very thing that you put in the center of your mind when things are not going well. You need to hold on to that why. So if you don't know what your why is, it will be harder for you to be consistent. It will be harder for you to stay motivated. So find out the reason why you're doing that thing. If it's a course you're studying, are you trying to, get to somewhere career-wise? Are you trying to learn something new? Are you trying to better yourself? Are you trying to, get a leg up at work, or whatever the reason may be? But you must find your why. You must find the reason why you're doing that thing. What is your why? For me, one of my whys of doing YouTube is that I hope to build a career in the media space, photography and film. I'm currently a photographer and I'm hoping to get into film soon. So creating YouTube videos and being on here is a way for me to, one, give value for what I'm doing right now, and also for me to build a community, for me to build an audience that I will share that value to, and also to kind of build audience and support for myself too when I start doing my field work or even on my current work that I'm doing. I own a couple of other things that I do business wise, and YouTube is a way for me to talk about those things, for me to get better at it and grow an audience. Learning to produce media, scripting, ideation, editing, producing content, all of these things are skills that I've learned and developed over time here on YouTube. Even from watching other creators, I've learned so much on here, from photography to video to editing to everything. I learned everything that I know right now from YouTube. So YouTube has been a platform that has given me so much, so I also want to give back. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing YouTube. There's also the financial aspect, because if you're able to build a profitable YouTube channel and an audience or a community, you can then leverage on that into, making a living, which is one thing that I would love to do here on YouTube. So YouTube just makes sense for me. As you're thinking about your why, you then think about if that thing is worth it to you. You alone have to decide if what you're doing, if what you're investing your time and your resources in, if it's worth it to you and if it relates to your goals. I spoke about writing out what your goals are and being clear on what you're trying to achieve in previous videos. I'll link one or two up here so you can watch those in case you haven't, made up your mind on what your goals are supposed to be in life for this year, for the next 5 years, whatever. But deciding if what you're doing, what you're investing in, if it's worth it at all, if it relates to your goal at all, is one way for you to keep motivation and keep being consistent. If I didn't have any intentions of, building a career in the media, if I didn't have any intentions of being a filmmaker, or if I'm not a photographer, or if I didn't have any interest in the media, maybe YouTube might not be the best course of action for me to, keep going at it. I might be doing YouTube as a hobby and not worry about, if I'm doing it right. But for me, it's important that I do YouTube and I do it well. When I talk about how difficult and not yet rewarding YouTube has been for me, one thing that I keep coming back to, and my friends and I discuss this all the time, is how much we love YouTube. I actually like the platform. I love YouTube. I spend the most time watching YouTube compared to Netflix or any other, streaming platform. I watch movies on here. I learn so much on here. I just love YouTube. It's informative, like it's educative. Even as a company, I like Google and YouTube, and they are doing so much. They're changing lives of creators all over the world. They're one of the kind of inclusive companies that they are in terms of how much they're supporting creators compared to other companies. So I really like the company. I like the platform. I like creating content. I really, really love it. And that's one way that I'm able to stay motivated and stay consistent, because I love it. I actually genuinely love creating content. I love the platform. The truth is that if you love something, or if you love someone, or you love a job, or you love a business or something, you're able to keep at it even if it doesn't seem like it's going great. So find a way to love what you're doing. Find a way to actually love it and enjoy it, and that will help you stay consistent. Doing photography and owning a creative business, and I'm sure other business owners or creative business owners will tell you the same thing, but I found that when clients pay you a deposit, when they've paid some sort of money, it makes them a little bit more committed, it makes them a little bit more serious, and they take your time seriously. They show up where they should show up. And that's the same thing. If you haven't invested your time, your resources, yourself, your energy, your effort into something, it will be hard for you to stay motivated, it will be hard for you to stay consistent, and obviously it will be hard for you to succeed at it. I started going to the gym late last year, and even though I exercise at home here and there, the fact that I actually paid money to that gym has helped me stay motivated, because when I think of the money I've paid and that any day I don't go, I feel like, oh, my money is wasting, and I hate wasting my money. So that kind of helps me stay motivated. Same thing with courses. I've started a few online courses here and there over the years, and all the ones that I didn't complete were more often than not the ones that were free. All the courses that were paid for, either by myself or whoever I'm working for at the time, all the courses that I paid for, I find that I have to stay motivated to finish it, because I know that money and resources have already been put into that course. So that's the same thing. You need to invest in anything you're trying to be consistent at. If you're struggling with your fitness and you're not consistent at it, pay money. If you're struggling with your diet, maybe pay for a meal plan or pay for some sort of a fitness course or something. If you're struggling at school, maybe pay for a course. And once you've paid and put in money, you find that you'll be a little bit more motivated to stay consistent at that course. Here on YouTube, I've put in hours and hours of work. I've put in years of work. I've put in my skills, my time, my energy. Some days or some weeks I don't feel like filming, but I remember that, okay, I want to really succeed at this YouTube. And that kind of gets me gingered up, so I get up and make videos. So you need to invest time, you need to invest energy, you need to invest effort, so that will push you to be motivated and stay consistent when you don't even feel like it. Speaking of going to the gym, one thing that has helped me stay consistent at it is that I factor it into my day-to-day. When I plan my day, my week, my month, I factor my gym into it. When I plan my finances for the month, I factor, gym payments into it. And that has helped me. So you need to make a plan for that goal. You need to make a plan for that activity. If it's work, for example, if you know you have to be at work a certain day or weeks or hours, you need to factor that and plan it into your day. I speak about making to-do lists every time here. I speak about making plans and making schedules. And that's true. You need to factor all of these things into your schedule. Make sure that it's written down as, okay, I have to go to this class. I have to call this person. I have to speak to my mom. I have to speak to my husband. I have to check my kids or something. You need to factor in whatever that's important to you. Factor it into your day-to-day. Let it be a part and parcel of your day, of your life, so that when you're going about, doing stuff day to day, that's something that you absolutely have to do. In my last video, I spoke about how I've observed that people that are successful, they seem to have vision and foresight. They play the long game, they give in time into, whatever they're trying to do. And right now they are big and they are good at it, and we count them as being successful. And that's the same thing here. Whatever you are doing and you are struggling with consistency, you are struggling with motivation, think of the long game. Think of where you're trying to go. Have a vision of the long game for you. Even though right now it seems like I have just 20 people watching my videos, even though it seems like I'm yet to get to 1K subscribers, even haven't done YouTube for so long, even though it seems like my watch hours are nothing to write home about, there's a long game for me. I'm looking at 5 years down the line. I'm looking at, vision of my film career. I'm looking at when I start my second channel for my creative work. I'm filming, like I'm looking at the long game. I'm playing the long game here when it comes to YouTube. So that kind of helps me stay motivated, regardless of however little number I get. So that's the same thing. You need to find your long game, find your vision, look way into the future, look at what you're trying to build down the road, down the line. That kind of helps you kind of ignore what's happening right now at the moment. Even though you're getting little to no results at the moment, if you're playing a long game, you can see where you're going to, and then you can just keep going. If you have a business that you launched, let me say over a year ago, 2 years, 5 years ago even, and you're not making as much sales, you're not getting as much clients as you had hoped to get, and you've put in the work, you've done, marketing, you have great products or services, and it's just not working. You need to look at where you're trying to go long term, where you're trying to build with that business, where are you trying to go, what skills are you trying to get, in 5 years time, instead 3 years time, 10 years time, 7 years time, whatever. But having vision and having foresight and looking at the long game is one way for you to keep staying motivated and keep being consistent. Remember that if you hope to be successful at that particular thing, regardless of how you feel right now, regardless of if you're succeeding at it right now, just bear in mind that you need to stay consistent. So find motivation where you can. I hope these tips help you find motivation where you can. Find your wife. Get to love that thing, invest your time and your energy in that thing, and play the long game and focus on your vision down the line. That will help you stay consistent, and it's helping me on my YouTube journey, helping me on my other areas of my life where I'm hoping to succeed at. While we're here, let me also say that you should please leave me a comment in case you enjoyed this video and if any of these tips resonate with you. I hope they help you like they're helping me. We're all on the journey together. I'm struggling, we're all struggling, we're all trying to get somewhere. So I hope that these tips help you as they're helping me on my journey. Please give the video a thumbs up. It does help my channel. I'm hoping that I get some sort of thumbs up and I get comments, and of course subscribe in case you haven't. Let me also make a video and say how YouTube changed my life. Let that also be my testimony. I'll be happy to get your support. I'm going to see you in my next video. In the meantime, take care. Bye.